instantaneously, or vice versa. So you're like on fire and then you freeze to death instantly.
That heat exchange would...
Yeah, it's almost impossible to do, but
Yeah.
that's probably...
So do you think, like, say, like getting cremated alive would be fucked?
I feel like you'd be alright with that. I think it's so hot that you'd probably just die.
You just pass out pretty quick from the
For
pain.
me-
Still, those like minute of just burning would be fucked.
For me, well, the question was what was the most painful way?
No. Mine was just what was the worst way.
For me personally, I have two, and they're both very closely related. Drowning, which I know you say
Apparently, it's
peaceful.
the most peaceful.
I'm terrified of that.
That's my greatest fear. Is
Yep.
like sitting out in the middle of the ocean and just going,
Helplessness.
But I'm sure the build up to it is. But apparently, like the actual act of like sinking and
Have you ever
losing
been...
oxygen is kind of.
But there's still that, like, have you ever been caught under a wave and you have that panic?
Oh
Like
yeah,
that-
the panic sets in, but it doesn't last long before, especially when you know
if you
it's
panic,
It's a couple of minutes.
if you're panicking, it goes a lot quicker.
I think it's about 3 minutes before irreversible brain damage kicks in.
But you're already knocked out by that point.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you black
you've already
out
passed out.
pretty
The
quickly.
irreversible brain damage because your brain's not getting oxygen.
But can't
It just
people...
shuts down.
I feel like I could hold my breath for at least a minute.
Yeah, but
See, I don't think you could.
that's also.
I would challenge you to that this afternoon.
It's also.
Let's try it out in the bathtub.
It's
right?
also
Yeah.
optional. So,
Oh.
like, if you're sinking and you breathe all your air out
Yep,
on the way down, you're not going to last more than 20 seconds.
that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
my-
you just pass out and you're kind of done.
My other one, very closely related, and the reason I hate the ocean, is being eaten by something like a great white shark.
Oh my god.
I can't
No,
imagine...
that's no fun. That's no
Bullshit.
fun.
I can't imagine
Bullshit.
anything
Crocodile.
more...
Teared apart.
Oh, see, no, I think there's something about the shark. It's just so primal and fucking gnarly. Like, you're in their world.
Well, I was just thinking the crocodile grabs you and does that, like, death roll. You are having a bad
Yeah.
trip.
A crocodile would take longer to kill you than a shark, though.
How do you feel about, like,
You know-
say, being lost in the Amazon, being hunted by, like, a cannibal tribe of
Oh, that's
humans?
all
What about
kinds of
Predator?
fucked up.
Yeah, something like that. But something realistic, like actual humans hunting you for sport and then to eat you.
Yeah, but we're talking about deaths. Like,
See, I was
could just
thinking-
spear you through the fucking throat.
Yeah.
I was thinking, getting eaten alive.
Yeah,
is
if
really
they're
bad.
if they're
It is.
eating you in front of you while you're watching, that
Yeah.
So what
that would
I
be
think's
fucked.
worse than drowning is being buried alive.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty terrifying.
Because especially if you're in a coffin and you're buried alive, like eventually you will run out of air and suffocate. But it's that just
Helplessness.
X amount of time in the coffin of just death.
It's really helplessness that I don't like.
What about being crucified? I feel like that would be
It's-
brutal.
yeah.
It's pretty
nothing,
gnarly.
just nothing. You just
It's pretty gnarly.
What was that?
how long does that take?
Going back to you guys, you've seen Spartacus,
What's
but
the-
you really should as well. The best one is when the Romans put down Spartacus's rebellion. They captured, I think it's 30,000 slaves after this massive battle. Finally, like, they never found Spartacus's body. He might have gotten away. But as a message to all the other slaves of the empire, they crucified 30,000 people along the Appian Way, which is like the main highway out of Rome. And they were there for weeks.
That's so
Just
heavy.
like dying for days, and like every single person that went to the city had to, on both sides of the road. They're just, it's crazy.
Have you heard of
so gnarly?
Have you heard of that? I forget where it comes from. That bamboo torture.
The Japanese during the Second World War.
Japanese.
What's
Yeah, that's
that?
fucked up.
Bamboo?
They put bamboo under your fingernails.
No.
That's another good one.
I'm
Oh,
talking about the one.
fingernails
No.
are so painful.
They hang you over bamboo, and eventually it grows through you.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
what?
I think that might also be the Japanese.
Yeah, it's some dark shit,
That is some dark shit.
and that is a very long time.
yeah.
Do they still like give you water and stuff?
I'm not sure on the details. I just remember hearing about it.
That
in
would be the
history
worst
class
if they're like
at some
still giving
point.
you water because you need that to survive.
If you-
But
Well, I think they keep
then
you
got
alive.
Bamboo going.
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
pretty sure they keep you alive.
Throughout history, there's been some very creative ways to kill a person.
We're pretty fucked up. Hey?
Oh, yeah. For example, some of my personal favorites, just take you on a little tour, being hung, drawn, and quartered. Are you familiar with this?
They hang you and then they slice your stomach open and then
they-
they drag you through the city.
They tear you apart with 4 different horses.
Okay, sorry. That's
Pulling-
Oh, that's
quartered because they're
Yeah.
quartering you. Yeah,
That was the
terrible.
way William Wallace, better known as Braveheart, went. One of my personal favorites, though, I think it was how they would punish adulterers in ancient Rome. They would take you and put you in a giant sack, like a potato sack.
Getting beaten?
No, they put you into the sack and then they throw you in the river.
Oh.
Doesn't sound too bad, does it?
No, it sounds pretty bad.
In the sack, before they put you in, is a dog, a snake, and I believe there was something else.
What?
It's a dog, a snake, and...
Sounds like a fucking party.
But yeah, so
tropical.
you're drowning, there's a dog going nuts, there's a snake, and I think it was a monkey.
Oh, a monkey. I was thinking a rat.
No, I think it was a monkey. And so they always they would pose philosophical questions about what's the best outcome. Like maybe the snake bites the monkey, the dog kills the snake, and then man and his best friend drown together. Is that the best outcome? Or?
Oh, okay. So I just remember one of the worst deaths I've seen in cinema. I believe it was in the first Fast and the Furious movie.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
And you're pinned down. They put a rat on your chest and cover it with a bucket. And because the rat's trying to escape, the only way to escape is down into your guts.
But they heat the bucket up.
They heat it up so it forces it to
It's
run.
actually Too Fast, Too Furious, Govinda.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The classic film.
Paul Walker, forgive me.
Why wouldn't you bring him back and have a convo with Paul?
Race some
He'd
cars.
be pretty
Just go
chill. I was
drifting,
actually
bro.
thinking I'd bring back Amy Winehouse and just go have a party night.
Well, that's pretty out there.
I don't know. I'm fucking ice cold.
What about an Iron Maiden? You're familiar with this, Callum?
that's so heavy.
Do you know what this is?
Is that the iron chest with just the eye slit?
It's like a suit of armor with spikes on the inside.
Yeah,
so they put you in it.
And they close you in it like a Venus flytrap.
And I think the spikes are all placed so they'll
Doesn't kill you.
Yeah,
It's
non-vital.
just like
That's pretty
That's
fucked
dark.
up.
Death by 1,000 cuts is pretty hectic.
Take it to the other side. How would you like to die if you had to?
Bullet to the face, like straight into my brain.
How do you feel about... I like the idea of the firing squad.
Why?
Because it's such a badass way to go out. Like
Well,
got
Fuck that. If I'm going to die, I'm going to explode. I'm straight up exploding somehow. A fiery ball of awesomeness.
Have you ever seen Valkyrie? It's a Tom Cruise
Tom
movie.
Cruise?
Yeah.
Where he tries to kill Hitler?
Yeah, he tries to assassinate Hitler and fails, and the way they kill him is it's by firing squad, and they line him up against a wall.
So I'm feeling very uncomfortable. Calm was just playing with his nipple in front of me.
I was doing it for you, Govinda.
We started talking about...
Are you looking at me in the eyes while we're talking about murder and death? Because that's some dark shit, man. Sadist.
They line him up against a wall. He declines the cigarette, which, you can't. That's a badass way to go. You got to have that.
Fuck that. I want that smoke.
That ciggy's puffing.
They line up, load the rifles. I think there's 6 of them. And just before they fire, he screams, "Long live the fatherland." The true fatherland, not Hitler's fatherland.
What a way to go.
It's pretty badass. It's a great movie for anyone interested. But anyway, I like to think I'd go down like that.
I just wanted to be quick. I was even thinking like a guillotine would be pretty chill.
And just before they fired Govinda, I'd scream, "Viva la Goke Network!" And that would be the end.
Long live Darth Vader!
Oh, God. I think I'm done.
I think we're done.
Yep.
We kept that brief, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it was concise.
Thanks, Callum.
Thank you, Callum,
for being on the show. I'm sorry Khayl wouldn't look at you for the entirety of the show.
I'm just so used to staring into your
I know,
eyes.
it was
When
like-
we
I was just watching the whole time. He goes back and forth like he's watching a tennis match.
We spend hours staring at each other in this room.
Well, Khayl was just looking at me, and then he'd obviously see me look away and look at Callum like, are you okay over there, dude?
To be fair, I'm in between you two guys, and I have to actually...
You love being in the middle.
I love to be the sandwich. The meat.
You just have to do like the old pickup. Just chill with
No,
that
you'd
mic.
fucking flip out about that if
Don't touch the mic, bro.
Sorry, actually, don't tell me how to do what I do best. Okay. So, really appreciate it.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks, Callum. Thanks, Khayl. It's been fun, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!